Guys, you are not going to believe this. I have the exact same Christmas ornament as Muptown Funk. That's such a cool coincidence. Globie is one of my favorite Cars diecasts of all time, purely because they made him, and I think that's genius. Much like the movie prop, which I reviewed earlier today. Globie was a super chase back in 2019, and the fact that they decided to make an official diecast based on the World Grand Prix mascot is something that never ceases to amaze me. The fact that this exists is so great, and it's easily one of my all-time favorites, and I'm so excited to get to review it again. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to 25 Days Suggestions 2024. Today is day 7, that's right. We are a week into the month of December, which is crazy to think about. I feel like time is flying, and I would like it to slow down. Please, time, give me a second to catch up, time. Do me a favor. Please, throw me a bone here. Today we're going to be taking a look at, of course, Globie, suggested by Lenny Funky. Thank you so much for the suggestion, as always. But before we begin, we do have to open up today in the Advent calendar. Now, the last 4 days of the calendar have just been track pieces. The day before that was the courthouse. The day before that was McQueen. And judging on the shape of the door, it looks like we're going to have another character here. And I'm going to take a guess that today's probably going to give us Mater, and then maybe day 8. Day 8 looks pretty small. Do you think the snowplow could fit in there? Maybe. I mean, tomorrow will obviously be an accessory, but I can't tell. I hope it's not Sheriff, because Sheriff is the one new release here. Let's... Who we got? Is that... Hey! It's exactly who I just said I hoped it wasn't. Oh, it's Sheriff. Oh... Okay, this was really the main reason why I wanted the Advent calendar this year. He is our one new release for the year. I'm honestly surprised they put him in so early, but man, you know what? I won't complain. Maybe I'll complain a little, because I was hoping I would have to wait a little longer to get the item I wanted most, but oh, he looks fantastic. Look at that. I absolutely love that. Now, I'm going to have to go all the way over to the other side of the room to grab the original Mini Racers Sheriff here. Alright, so I've gotten the original Mini Racer Sheriff out so that we can compare them. This is actually the second ever Mini Racers Sheriff variant after the original. That's right, Sheriff has never had any variants in the Mini Racers line other than the standard Sheriff, so it's pretty cool to get a new one all these years after. The original Sheriff was part of the first ever Mini Racers wave back in 2017. The way these holiday mini racers work is pretty interesting. They're all based on the Mater Saves Christmas designs, but they never make new molds for the characters, so they just kind of partially adapt the designs. Like Sally here has the sort of designs of Snow Day Sally, but she doesn't have the earmuffs and stuff. They also almost always give them these snowy tires. Sheriff's Mater Saves Christmas design gives him a bunch of Christmas trees on his antennas, but since that would be pretty hard to pull off in Mini Racers form, and since they don't really make new molds for these holiday minis in the Advent calendars, they instead decided to print the tree here on his hood, which is a pretty cute, fun little detail. I also absolutely love this expression. I think it's much better than the original Mini Racer Sheriff expression. It looks just like a face the character would make. In addition to that, he is covered in snow, and as Aquamarina pointed out in the comment section of my haul video when I first got this Advent calendar, it seems that they actually changed the color of Sheriff's lights up here to be green instead of the usual color, just add into kind of the holiday flair there. Really nice touch. Honestly, they didn't have to do that, but they went the extra mile. Did they also change yeah, they also changed the silver under the red siren to also be green. So really fun here. I absolutely love how this looks. This was really what I was looking forward to most in the Advent calendar. So much of it is reused from last year, but they still included a new diecast, so I knew I had to get it. And I'm so happy to see it Sheriff. I'm so happy to see how it turned out. Very different snow detailing than what we're used to, I feel. They printed it on his sides, and it's not bad snow detailing at all. It looks pretty realistic, honestly. Pretty solid design there. The typical 001 license plate you expect from Sheriff. There's a look at the other side. I would like maybe a little more snow detailing on the sides. And finally, there is a look at the base. Easily the highlight of the year. I kind of wish they packed him in later because he is the new release. But the Mini Racers Advent calendars have never really cared about holding off on the new die casts, you know? To them, it seems that all the items in the calendar are equal, so they'll just put them in whatever order they see fit. Very surprised to see that today. Genuinely might be a new favorite mini racer of mine. I really, really love that facial expression. Was not expecting to like this as much as I did. Easily the highlight of the calendar this year. Anyway, moving on over to the Globie diecast. Sorry, Sheriff really took over the review there for a minute. Globie is seemingly based on the inflatable of him that Professor Z lands on in the movie. I think Professor Z kind of crashes onto it right towards the end in London. The artwork for the character showcase that inflatable, and the crossed eyes here. The crossed eyes here. Geez, why was that so hard to say? That's really something you mainly see on the inflatable of Globie in the movie. Globie's diecast is incredibly unique, very distinct shaping if we were going to compare him to a regular car like, say, Jodon Jackson here. You can see really, really distinct shaping, much taller, much larger, much shorter also. He's literally a ball with wheels and a spoiler, and I think it's great. Really, really clever usage of the Super Chase format to give us a character that doesn't physically exist and only exists as a mascot in universe. And I think it's probably the best post Cars 3, Cars 2 diecast release. And that's saying something because we've gotten a lot of good ones like Josh Coolant, a lot of World Grand Prix pit crew members, and of course the Radiator Springs visitors in 2022. I think Globie may go down as my personal favorite. We've got the All in All logo there for his nose, and of course the whole globe kind of stretches out from there. Very, very intricately molded. This is all molded in and textured, this whole globe pattern, which is really impressive. It's all textured in there. You've got his cute little grin there. Really adorable diecast, honestly. And of course, all over him, we have a bunch of very, very stylized countries, like very, very stylized. You've got Africa and Europe and Asia over here, North and South America on this side, and for some reason, there is no Australia. Globie is not representing the Australian population at all. Unless this on his roof is supposed to be Australia, I would assume this is supposed to be Antarctica, but it does also kind of look like Australia. And I mean, down here, we have some more miscellaneous land masses, I assume, kind of representing, you know, the South Pole and such, but, like, I'm sorry, isn't Antarctica on the bottom of the planet? Globie is not an accurate portrayal of the planet Earth. Let's just stop and end the discussion there. I'm sorry, Australia. Shout out to my Australian viewers. I like all of you. I guess Globie might not, and I am sorry for that, unless that is you, in which case, sorry to my viewers in Antarctica. That's not a thing that exists unless there's like a penguin watching me. That would be sick. If any of my viewers are penguins in the comments, please let me know. I'd love to give you a shout out there. Of course, Globie has a big plastic spoiler on the back. In case you're wondering, yes, all of this is metal, which is really impressive. And another detail I really love about Globie are his wheels. They're so close together and they're so fun to roll. He does kind of tilt over, like, on command if you want him to. But I really love that. I think that's so fun, and he still works perfectly fine as a diecast. Can do some really tight turns. In my original review, I compared his wheels to Sully, and I think that still holds up, certainly, with the way he's constructed. Now, nothing going on the back here. Again, not a very accurate portrayal of Earth, but, yeah, there we go. There's a look at the other side, which I already showed, and the base, which I also already showed. Very rare occasion of a Cars diecast having printing on the base, in addition to the typical legal information, but of course you have to, because you got to continue that pattern and all that, and they even added some more land on the bottom of Globie. Kind of reminds me of how they would still print the bottom of Planes diecasts. So yeah, Globie is a personal favorite of mine, purely because they made him. I think it's so fun, and today we also got to take a look at the great new mini racer included in this year's calendar. So, I don't know, pretty good day for 25 days, not gonna lie. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.